I kind of already discussed the SCE and the relationship between the sample data, the SCE, and R square. Okay, so let me further complicate that by give you the definition of a SCE, and you can judge or you can review what is really SCE. So as I said before, when you encounter SCE, you can just count the SCE out. So SE means that it's the standard error. Standard error. Alright, so the SE means standard error, and E here is the estimate. So this SE means the standard error of the estimate. So when you estimate, every time you do the estimation, you got the Y here. So this is a different time. You got the estimation, and of course there is the actual Y. When you subtract that from the estimate that you predict, you got the error, which is the epsilon I'm using. So every epsilon is different. So specific Y will have a specific epsilon. So you kind of conform this formula. And this epsilon is the standard error, is the SE, standard error of the estimate. So you might encounter a problem like this to test you whether you really understand what's behind SE. So standard error means that it is the standard deviation. Okay, so you error, you deviate from that. It's just the same word, same concept, using different word to describe that. And of course, once you got the formula here, you will know that is the deviate from the regression. Okay, so Y, which means that you, after all this calculation, and you got the result Y, and the result Y do deviate from that that actual data. So you kind of deviate that because there is actually difference between the actual data and the predicted data. Okay, so that's the basic of regression. So I'm not going too deep of that. I'm just draw a graph and maybe serve as a trigger to help you to review that when you read the book, or um, just trigger the memory that whenever you learn this subject. Okay, so it's kind of like the SE equals to the standard deviation. It's going to equals to the standard deviation of the residual. Okay, so what is the residual? What's the left is the residual. So this all is the residual. What's the left is residual. And when you got all this residual, you calculate the standard deviation of that, and that will be the SE. Okay, so fairly simple. And there is a common mistake here. A lot of students may get confused, say that SCE is the standard deviation of the value estimated from regression. Okay, so you might get confused of the Y. Every Y is a prediction. Okay, so you might get confused. You might think that the SE is the standard error of Y, which is not correct. Okay, so it's the standard error, standard deviation of the residual. Okay, so we're talking about the residual. You can kind of calculate. You know that from the SE. E means error or estimate, and residual. So all that you can sort of put that into the same box, same room in your mind, and when you encounter the abbreviation like this, all these words can't jump to your mind, and you know that when you talk about the standard error of estimates, you know that it's talk about error, it's talk about the residual. So error, residual, fairly simple. Okay, really just like muscle memory, all these words connected. Okay, so don't get confused. Don't think that SE is the standard deviation of the of the of the of the value that estimated from the regression. Is not the not these values standard deviation, and certainly it's not the observed value, but rather it's just the difference between the observed value and the estimated value. Okay, so we do have this kind of problem at the curriculum. I think it's practiced practice question, practice problems at the curriculum. So do be careful about that. Okay.